So I finally got one, an application for the Centurion Black American Express card that is highly sought after by many people in our society, and not just people in the credit card community. So that being the case, I want to give you an inside look on the application process and some benefits that you may not know about. So one of the first benefits that I think you should know about is that when you apply for the Centurion card, you will be getting a Centurion gift. It probably switches out depending on the time that you apply for the Centurion card, but at this time you'll be getting a Prada Centurion wearable belt. Now when you're doing the Centurion application, you do have to check mark it. It's not automatically checked. Don't forget to do that. So as many as you know, the Centurion card's initiation fee for the first year is $10,000. $5,000 just being the initiation fee, and then the other $5,000 is the annual fee. So after the first year, all you have to pay is $5,000. But I bet you didn't know about this. You can get an additional Centurion card as an authorized user card at no cost. And if you want to have another Centurion card after the first one that you get for free, it's gonna cost $1,500 for each card after that. However, if you need more authorized user cards and you don't want to pay $1,500 for each card, you can request a free platinum card. I assume it's the same thing how the American Express Platinum card comes with their gold card, now renamed as the companion pass, so it probably doesn't have the same benefits as the actual American Express Platinum card. Now as for travel benefits, you get access to the Global Lounge collection. I don't think it's any different from what you get from the American Express Platinum card. However, if you do have the Centurion card and you go to a Centurion Lounge, you will have access to the Centurion card member area, and usually it's nothing special. It's just a room blocked off by a piece of rope. There are some lounges that have special access to areas just for Centurion card members, like the new Atlanta Lounge, I believe, has a little dedicated area, and the Singaporean Lounge has a dedicated area for Centurion card members only. But everything else should be the same. You'll have access to Centurion Lounges, Sky Clubs, and Priority Pass. You'll also be getting access to the Centurion Concierge. Now, this is a lot different from what you get with the Platinum card. The Centurion Concierge is actually like a real concierge where they can actually do stuff, versus the American Express Platinum card is more like a Google search. And you'll have access to Centurion Travel, which is no more searching for the name of that fabulous hotel you stayed in or tracking down that airline upgrade for yourself. We're glad to take care of every detail with meticulous attention to your personal plans and preference. So that's pretty cool if they can get you an upgrade every single time. Other travel benefits are really similar to the American Express Platinum card, where you get Centurion Travel Assistance. Maybe it's a little bit better than the American Express Platinum card, but I haven't had to use that travel assistance yet, so I don't really know. And those would be services like the travel assistance program, legal references, and baggage assistance. You also get a trip inconvenience benefit and the trip cancellation, curement, postponement, and abandonment insurance plan, travel accident insurance, car rental loss and damage, and purchase protection. Also, when you're a Centurion card member, you have way more statuses compared to any other credit card in the market, I believe. Like you get Delta Gold status, Hilton Honors Diamond status, some other status that I've never heard of before the Centurion card, the Manila Rewards Platinum status, and also you get Marriott Gold status and IHG Platinum Elite status, which is pretty interesting because I thought IHG was partnered with Chase, but for some reason that American Express was able to get IHG status. Kind of weird. Some other benefits that you get is getting access to the Fine Hotels and Resort collection. So you know the deal mostly about this benefit is that you get noon check-in, you get room upgrades upon availability, daily breakfast for 2, a property amenity credit, guaranteed 4 p.m. late checkout, and complimentary Wi-Fi. But I bet you didn't know about this. You can also have access to the Centurion Fine Hotels and Resorts, and this benefit will apply to 8 different hotel brands listed here. But honestly, it's not too different from the Fine Hotels and Resort. All you get is room upgrade at the time of reservation, which is the same benefit as the Fine Hotels and Resort, and $100 to $200 food, hotel, or spa credit. And of course, you also get access to the hotel collection. As for reward benefits, like earning points, you get 1 times on everything, and their MR points. Not the best card for multipliers, but I think if you're going to be applying for this card, you don't really give a crap about multipliers, honestly, right? Some other benefits you get with this card is purchase protection. So it says that it's a good up to 90 days from the date of purchase on a covered item, and it will cover things like accidental damage and theft. And the additional shopping benefit is extended warranty, so it can add an extra year of warranty up to 5 years. Really similar to the American Express Platinum card. As a welcome offer, you're allowed to enjoy a travel credit up to $1,500 after you spend $40,000 on travel things. So tours, travel, car rentals, hotels. So that's something. But there's a second welcome offer, which is a dining credit of $250 as a statement credit after you spend $2,500 in one dining transaction. So from my understanding, you have to make sure that when you're dining at a restaurant, that the total that says on the receipt and charged to your card is more than $2,500 on that one check. It's not over a year, it's not over 3 months, it has to be on one dining check. Which you guys know me, I can easily spend $2,500 in one meal, right? Not a problem. And some additional benefits is that you get card member services, so just basically American Express's service team. Online services, American Express does have an app. A year-end summary of all your transactions, and of course, like we talked about, authorized user cards if you're over 13 and up. And of course, this is on top of the other benefits that you get with the Centurion card, like a Clear Plus membership of $369. So that should be able to cover you plus 3 other people. And then there's a Saks Fifth Avenue credit of up to $1,000 and an Equinox credit up to $3,600 per year. So now that you know all the benefits that come with the Centurion card, let's go into the application. So first you have to decide between 3 credit card designs: the classic black card, the flower card, and what I like to call the satellite card. Personally, out of all 3, I'm going to choose the flower card. I just think that black and the green looks really nice together. And then after, don't forget to check that box that you want that Prada belt. Then everything else is self-explanatory after that. You type in your first name, you type in your last name, type in your email address, then type it in again, make sure that you didn't make any mistakes, and then type in your phone number. And this is definitely my real phone number and not some phone number for some plumbers. And then for some reason, after you click continue, it'll say congratulations on your card design. It's kind of interesting. Maybe they're making sure that, hey, this is the card that you want, don't request one again. After that, you'll be escorted to the section personal info. Now, this is where you want to type in your date of birth and your passport number. And this passport number is definitely my passport number and not some friendly neighborhood guy. And just to double check where you live, they also ask for a utility bill. And then after that, just type in your home address. And then type in your billing statement communication address, because you have to type in the correct address for your living arrangement, because how are you supposed to get the Centurion card if you're only living in your first house for the first quarter?
How many houses do you have?
I got like 5.
But then you put the address for your third home, of course you're not going to get the Centurion card. And then here comes the hard part, how you make the money, and definitely not by illegal means. I mean, I'm not the one that's trafficking pugs across state lines.
24 hours to get these pugs across the US border.
I'm just a self-employed YouTuber by the name Calvying. And then it wants your business address, and I don't think a lot of you know, but my third home is actually at the YouTube headquarters. So that's the address that I'm going to be putting on my Centurion application. And then it wants really specific information, like how much money you make per year. That's kind of invasive, but I'll go ahead and tell them anyways. I make about $800,000 a year. You don't think I make that much from YouTube, but with credit card referral links, I probably make like more than that. I think probably this year I'm gonna be bringing in $2 million from just credit card referrals, and that's not one of my best years. That's actually quite low. How many years I worked as a YouTuber? Maybe I'll just go ahead and put 5. I mean, I didn't get this perfect overnight. And now it wants my title or profession, and I think the only appropriate name for this job title is credit card master. I'm working to collect them all. And then when you go to the next page, it'll ask you if you want to add any authorized user cards or additional cards for anyone that's over 13 years old. And I tried to see if there's a difference between the Centurion card or the Platinum card, but unfortunately when I clicked on the Platinum card, there were no credit card designs that I could see. But for now, since we get it for free, we'll go ahead and add an extra Centurion card. And I did ask for permission beforehand, but I think the person that I'm going to have to add as my authorized user is Anthony Venture.
Don't check me out.
And of course, I checked him off so he can get his own Prada Centurion wearable belt, so he doesn't have to steal mine, because he's a selfish son. And of course, since I got his permission, he sent me over a picture of his passport so I can go ahead and upload it and type it in. And when he sent me his passport, I told him that he kind of looked like an edgy teenager. He should probably retake it. Kind of weird. According to this application, I can only apply for the Centurion card if I have a Bolton account. And I'm pretty sure I have one, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill it in. I probably should have asked my personal assistant, but she's on leave right now, so I had to handle it myself, unfortunately. And then with my Bolton account, I had to type in my relationship to the financial advisor. And of course, he's my best friend. And I had to fill out all this information just to verify that you have $500,000, pocket change into your Bolton account. You have to type in your account number and check mark which type of account it is. And just check here certifying that you do have that money in your Bolton account and that you're not lying for some weird reason. And then it'll just confirm all your choices, which card design you want, and if you want the Prada belt. And then just go over the terms and conditions, sign your name, and then agree and submit. And as you guys know, I'm definitely not going to be doing that. I do not have $500,000. Honestly, I barely have $5,000 in my bank account. So funny story about this application. This is definitely a real American Express Centurion card application. It's not a fake. It's not a fake website. It is on AmericanExpress.com, as you can tell from this URL. But it is only for International Dollar Club card members. And that's basically just a card designed for you, issued in the United States for Latin American residents or people who have access in U.S. financial institution. And of course, you actually have to have a Bolton Global Capital account. Now, how did I find this application? It was kind of funny. I was doing research for a different video. I stumbled on Google about the Centurion Black card. I decided to click the link because everything looked official and I wanted to see what it opened up to. And apparently it led to this application, which was really interesting to actually go through all the little benefits that you get with a Centurion card. I mean, a lot of this, if it's similar to at least the US version, which it seems like it is, there's a lot of benefits that many people don't talk about. I didn't realize there were so many different hotel statuses on the Centurion card, plus a Centurion Hotels and Resort. I know the fine hotels and resort, but a Centurion version? That's kind of strange. Plus getting an authorized user card for free, that's the Platinum card. Hey, I thought it was really interesting going over all the little benefits and seeing what the real Centurion card application actually looks like. I hope you all thought that was interesting too, and I'll see you later.